All right, this is a breakdown of the 98 Grand Prix GTs with the controls in the steering wheel. What I was having is the controls weren't working. What had happened is this car was in an accident. You can see the airbag on the passenger side is blew out. I just folded that, crinkled it back down, took the airbag out. Got a new airbag for this from the junkyard. But a lot of people don't know how to get these out. It's very simple. You ain't got to remove any screws. Just need a flat blade screwdriver. And same with these. You can see there's the little tab. You just stick it in there, a flat blade, and this will pop completely out. You can sometimes grab them and they'll come right out too. Well, mine, they were unplugged for my controls for the radio. But I plugged them back in and they're working. Everything's working after I plugged them in. Checked the fuses and everything. Didn't notice they were unplugged when I replaced the airbag. I didn't hook the airbag up originally. I don't plan on hooking it up because I don't really care for the airbags. But I just wanted to show you the inside of it with this loose already. Like I said, I just put the horn back, the switch. So what you do is when you do get this off, I'm going to show you the trick of them. Then you want to unhook your horn wire, which is right here, this one. And what you do is you push in on it a little bit and just turn it, and it will release enough to where it comes out. You just pull it out of there. The spring won't come off. It's hooked to the end of it. Some dirt on there, or dust, whatever. And then, like I said, the airbag's not hooked up, so I ain't got to worry about any power. If you have a airbag in there, you're going to want to unplug your battery, unhook the positive and negative. Most of the time I do. This will go in there when you come to take it apart. And they glue these in too, so when you do it, you're going to want to try to be easy with it because you can break this sensor. And if you break it, then you're pretty much screwed. But you can get another one from the junkyard, the tail end, if you have to. You can go to the junkyard and just cut one off and rewire it into yours. And then, but you can still use it too if you have to. But the thing on this one was, I believe it had a different tail. You see on the one I got from the junkyard, this is yellow, the tab on the actual airbag. And if you look at the one that you're more than likely removing, it's going to be green around this, okay? That means your plug is not going to plug into it. If you can see the green on this connector end, that's where the green from the actual old airbag sensor slot was damaged. So what you can do is if you get the lucky of pulling your own, which is what I did, is I got the other tail end off the other one. So I just haven't wired it in yet, but I didn't, like I said, I didn't plan on installing the actual airbag itself. I just wanted something in the dash that didn't have a big hole in it, you know. So this is just a car I picked up for a couple $100 and put a motor in it from the junkyard. It was locked up, and it's a back and forth to take the kid to school car. So just wanted the luxuries of what it does have to work, the heads-up display, stuff like that. Well, this is the thing, the trick that you're trying to get to is this tab. They're like a spring loader, okay? That bar there. And they're on all four of these terminals. And the way to access those is with the flat blade from behind the panel. You don't have to loosen the actual plastic panel here. Okay, whoops, let me turn this radio off. Or CD, whatever it is. And what you do is, I normally start the car because I don't like having to strain on the power steering. This needs a resonator too, so it's a little quiet, or a little loud, I'm sorry. But it's pretty much turnkey, runs great. And what you do is you rotate your steering wheel facing downwards, like so. And on the back side here, you're gonna see there is a star bit in the center, and on the sides of those there's slots, one there and one there, okay, right there. And what you do is when you rotate it down towards the ground, then you stick the flat blade in there and turn like you're turning a screwdriver, but just turn, not a full turn, you know, you just got to turn it just enough to where it's going to pop loose. And you'll see the airbag in the front will move out in this corner. and then you'll do the same on this side. If you have to adjust it a little more in the middle to get it, just push it in there straight in and turn it like you're turning a screw, and you'll feel the tension of it, and then just kind of pull on the airbag a little bit in the front if you can at the same time. Then rotate the steering wheel all the way around to the other side. That's that star bit all the way in. Sorry about the quality, I know it's probably blurry right now, it's just a cheap phone, but I wanted to show people, you know, it's not too difficult to do it. And then the airbag will come out. Just remember, when you get it to pop out, bring it out just enough to where you can get the horn wire, and then take a flat blade if you can. I would recommend maybe on that clip, your original clip that hooks to the green, it's gonna more likely be green tab down here, heating it a little bit if you can. But you know, if it's junk, it's junk, you know what I'm saying? They glue them in like that, it's retarded, but they do. Sorry. But that's pretty much what you're looking at. Once you get that out, you can see the wiring. This is the wiring to your switches on the controls. If you have any issues with those, more than likely they might be you just unplugged. Just kind of, when you pull them out, you're not going to have enough play from the wire, you know, to pull these out all the way. It's going to try to either rip the wire or unplug the clip. So you have to get in here and you have to unhook them from the rail to get them back in place. You know what I'm saying? So that you got slack to pull these wires up enough to where you can plug the clip back in and slide them back down in there. So it's probably best to pull the horn the horn and the airbag off. But this is what it looks like in the back. It just snap locks on, and you're trying to just move that bar out of that slot. And as soon as it does, you'll feel these will push off to where it's pushing them out like that. And then just do the vice versa when you go back together. Like me, I'll do it right here. I'm about to put this back together because I've already checked it and got what I needed in there. I took them star bits out just so I had a little bit of play. Just loosened them up. I'm just going to tuck this sensor back in here like this to where it's not in the way of anything. Then I'm going to put my horn back up. Like I said, it slides down that slot right there, and it only will lock in one way because there's a tab on this horn right there, that tab. So you look down in there, you'll see the slot where it goes in right there. Just take it down in there, move the horn up some, the wire, put it in there. If you can't feel it right away, you just twist it, rotate it a little bit, and there it went. Locks, turn it in there. Get that close up. I'll do this with one hand and hold the airbag. She ain't trying to do it for me. There she goes, I think. Right there. And you'll just twist it just enough, you'll feel it lock in. And it'll just sit there. And then you take your horn or airbag, check down in there, see the wire? You don't want that in the way over there, so you want to move it out of the way. Like so. Slide it over some. Make sure it's out the way. We look clear. We're going to go ahead and line it up. Looks okay. We're lined up. Lined up down there. And we're going to just slowly push. I got the car running, so we're gonna probably hear the horn. There we go. Back on. My switches are working now. See? Volume. Mute. Play. And seek. Oh, seek down. Presets. Random. AM, FM.
I remember in recent times, so let's hope for it.
How it's going, there's people
presets.
I just got 1 million followers on my second meal. We still
All work. But yeah, any other questions, just comment. Thanks.